Okay, quick messages slash answers. So this is the pile selection. This is pile 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. The lower ones are so much more grounded. That was the feel I got. Okay, see you at your piles. Yeah, I will. I don't know what that was about. Yeah, I will. Welcome in pile 1. There's something about you've done it. You've already done it. This is a whale shark. See if any... Double that. Okay, that's what popped out. I want to see if any words stuck out from that. Okay, let's get some cards, but the main message is you've already done it and there's no more to do. There's something that's very successful here. Feeling complete, feeling possibly ready, but it feels more like the opposite of ready. Yeah, something in the past that you've already accomplished or already like found an understanding of. I want to zoom in for you already. Which feels like that. It's like there's no need to look at the bigger picture anymore because you've already completed the thing. You've already done the thing. That might be all some of you wanted to hear. But I will get some more. If not. So this is Older Tree and Orion in reverse. Which was just making me think of like it's already been done. Why can't I decide? Is there something you're indecisive about? I feel like you already decided though. Long ago. Past, been done. Yeah, this feels like such a you know, and it's something very innate feeling. We have Polarians. Are you at a crossroad? Because it doesn't feel like that to me, but I think it feels like that to you. Something you feel like you're not sure on. I feel like I don't know where to put things with you, but it's like I have this confidence. So I feel like you have a certain confidence and yet like your actions aren't really showing that. That's a bit too zoomed in, isn't it? See, like I don't know. I'm still practicing. I'm still guessing, or there's a feeling here of your energy being far more grounded, far more aligned with like your authentic self than you're giving off or than your actions are showing. Than you think, I think. I don't know, but you're... Yeah, that's the thing, I don't know. Rabbit. So whale shark, rabbit, Polarians, Orion, Alder. There's something so fertile about this energy. Whale shark makes me think of so many young. And there's a gentleness to both of these too, but the energy I'm picking up on is more of this Orion, like, full of energy-ness. Yeah, there's so much life here. And if not here, then in the direction you're looking. That's what this Orion could be about. But it's like a direction that you saw before. It's not something new, but it's so full of new energy, freshness. There's something really easy about this. Something that maybe takes its time. We've got the detachment card that maybe you're not together with, or you're not really fully, and time. Did I say it takes its time? I think I did. Back of the deck is perspective. There's something that you already know works, and it's so fruitful, and you see it. You see it. You see how this grows. So for some of you, it's your connection with this. Or them. I feel like I need one more. Let's do a character card. Yeah, it just feels like something that you don't need to focus on because it's already kind of been set in stone for the future. This feels quite like something where you've already planted the seeds and now just watch it grow. Now just enjoy the journey. Now feel into the piece that's already here. This is Rapunzel from Tangled. I feel like there's something you've had your sights on for a very long time. If not like actually time is long, it feels like it's very rooted within you. Like there's something that you're desiring that you're not fully together with, that you... It's like you know it's yours though. There's something so divine feeling about it. I'm thinking about Rapunzel and her desire to see the lights. It's like every year she sees the lights floating up and they feel so connected to her, or she feels that there's something there. And this is like, yes, there is something there. It just might take a journey to getting to that particular revelation of what it really is. Maybe there are pieces from different areas and other things that need to be processed, like finding out that her mother isn't who she thinks her mother is, or meeting strange men and using frying pans in new ways along the way. Joining up with a horse. Okay, Maximus. Maybe that word is significant here because it feels like the energy I first tapped into, which was like celebrate, complete. That's it, a complete energy. Even though this feels like it's very much incomplete, there's a feeling of completion because it's already been done. The seeds have already been sowed. Yeah, this just feels like watch it grow, watch what you already feel to be true come true. Okay, that's where I'm going to leave your reading, pile 1. See you in another. I do be loving quick readings. I love condensing. But also I love long readings. Okay. I wanted to rip this up then. Yeah, it feels like that for you, pile 1. Like, get it out of your mind now and just relax into the peaceful state of knowing you've like done your part. And that's not to say there's no more to do. It's just, it's like a feeling of it's already yours. Just watch the journey to getting there. Enjoy the journey to getting there. It's okay to relax. Okay. I'm just wanting to say also, there could be something that... No overcomplication. No overcomplication. That might also be pile 2. Welcome in, pile 2. I feel like there's a sense of not really knowing who you are. Trying to figure something out or figure out how you play a part in something. These are Jack feeding on fry, which is like fish who are feeding on their young, I think. So interesting. Interesting. Let's use these cards. I feel like you don't know what you're seeing. I think you don't know if something's trustworthy or not. So let's get a nice quick answer. For the truth, I don't want to give like a yes or no here. Okay, that's interesting. Why not? Are you not wanting to give a yes or no? Are you thinking... I think maybe you think something is more black and white than it is. And I also think you already know the answer. And I think maybe the answer you're seeking isn't actually maybe about something outside of you that you were actually intending this reading to be for. And really it's like pointing you towards your own sense of like personal direction. Where do you want to go? What do you want to feel? What do you want the answer to this to be? What do you want the message of this reading to be? What would bring most relief and like empowerment back to yourself to be hearing? This is giving a bit of like being your own worst best friend. Weird. Being your own best friend. Could this have to do with friendships you're not happy with? Okay, we have fox. Okay, I'm just getting one from each of these. Back of the deck is humpback whale, though. I feel like emotions are running high in this energy. Let's get a character card for a few. I think I want runes for you also. There's a wondering of like which direction to go, and your intuition is so strong with this. You can definitely trust your gut here. You don't need to call for a logical approach, because I think that a logical approach here could even confuse you more. Go with your gut. Yeah, because there might also be lots of different like layers to this that is really hard to really grasp. There's a like self-nurturing, self-sufficiency feeling here. I don't know about self-sufficient. Fish. I was like, what is it with that word? Fish. Sufficient. Yeah, there's a feeling of like you finding the answers in, I heard the wrong places. Okay. Take that if that resonates, but let's get runes. What was I gonna say? You might feel quite rushed. We have Gabor. North is... Yeah, this is a feeling of like maybe a gift that you can't trust. Or like it feels quite like there's a deceptive energy that your intuition is kind of nudging you to seeing, but not saying like, hey, look deeper into this. More like, hey, just trust your gut already. You don't need to get extra confirmation on this. It's okay for you to follow what would feel most relieving. I think that word really fits for you. Isis. Yeah, there's so much about like a powerful moon nurturing self energy. This could have to do with feminine figures, but I think it's more calling you into your own feminine energy. To seeing like hidden motives, to feel, but more so like feeling. And even if it's not like feeling or seeing what they are, but it's just following your gut with how to respond to situations that just don't fit right in your skin. Isis is also making me think of her, it's an Egyptian deity, and her partner is Osiris, but he gets, I wanted to say blown to pieces. Okay, that could be significant. I'm thinking of blowing up a bouncy castle now. Okay, I don't know what that's about. It's a feeling of like, you can see that the air is going down on the bouncy castle, but you can't see any of the holes. But it's like trusting that, and that could be your own energy levels, like trusting that you know there must be holes somewhere, even if you can't find them, because you see or you feel the bouncy castle slowly deflating or quickly deflating. Okay, I'm gonna leave your reading there. Oh yeah, I didn't finish the Isis thing, but that's fine. Yeah, there's a feeling here of like ending preemptively, as in not needing to get a full stop, not needing to get the answers specifically, but being able to just trust trusting why you feel the need to be finding answers in the first place, that gut instinct, that feeling, your own emotions, your own nigglings of something's just not right here and I don't really feel fully comfortable, that kind of energy. It could also be the opposite of like, if your gut is telling you that something is trustworthy, follow that obviously, but I'd just pick up more on a I don't feel right here, that kind of energy, and trying to find proof for that, but actually your feelings are all the proof you need in this situation. feel really uneasy, but I feel like that's how you feel, like you can't trust your own gut. I want to bring it back to like a feeling of like simplicity in what do you want to do, what would feel good for you. You don't have to prove why you want something, you can just want something or not want something. Okay. Bye bye, pile number 2. 3. Stringies? Welcome in pile 3, you're the mouflon. This is a card that, or paper, that I only specifically wanted because the word mouflon just sounded so cool. There's something serious about this energy, and maybe something to do with names are significant. Naming something, creating a name. It's not creating, this is more of a finding feeling, a treasure trove. Okay, I feel like there's something about how I'm not going to be able to get your, like, a quick answer. That's what I'm feeling for you. Whoa. It's not that it's a complicated answer, though. It just might not come immediately. So that could be to do with the situation. Like, something that, like, is working on itself, or something is in the works. What is the seriousness here? Okay, we have a heart. And this makes me think of wishes. Wishes of the heart. This, if you wanted a yes or no reading, we'll use my yes or no deck here, actually. This feels like yes, but not yet. Or... It's giving me similar vibes to pile 1, but in such a different energy. This feels almost scary. I think this is a feeling of, like, really being pushed outside of your comfort zone, but feeling like a gritty, like, power emerging in your heart from this. Yeah, it's interesting that it's in the heart. It's not the solar plexus, or root. I don't know. This is a weird... What is this energy? Let's get the yes or no cards. I like it, though. That's the feeling. It's just weird that I like it. I think that's to do with your situation. Yeah, it's a yes. Maybe a prophetic yes, or like a... like a yes with dazzle, or yes with sparkles. A yes with, like, extra. Eons. Maybe something very long-lasting, too. There's such a grounded essence here. This is a feeling of, I don't want to mess this up. I think I might do some sound healing for you. There's something so strong about the silence, too. We have Fenrir. Something so grounded, which is interesting because I was saying in the past selection that the top ones didn't feel grounded. But I think that this may have to do strongly with, like, a desire that you're seeing in the future. This often makes me think of a crystal ball, so it's like a yes that you're seeing, but it's not really grounded yet. And yet what this is so grounding. Fenrir makes me think strongly of a sense of strong protection. So yeah, that fits with the message of this being something outside of your comfort zone, but you being so protected with this feeling like even though it may feel like there's so much room for error, you have the, like, all the will to create this or to be in line with this. It's like it's such a yes, and it really brings out the strength in you. It really brings out a part of you you've been wanting to embody more of, which feels more serious or feels more like cutthroat. Oh, that's triggering. Okay, What is that? So that's making me think of something that a phrase that I said, an example I gave in a recent pick a card, has been playing on my mind, and I haven't been able to get it out of my head yet. It's making me feel like this situation for you might have something to do with like a fear of how you will be perceived, or like a something you can't get out your head. Because right now I'm not even in an energy of like shame or fear around the thing I said, but it's coming to mind. So you might be feeling like, you know, this is a yes, you know something is very true here, and maybe you recognize your fears surrounding it. Surrounding it, that just sounded like, wait, whoa, you can't say surrounding without saying around, kind of surrounding it. Hounding? Hounds? Yeah, Fenrir, a big wolf. This feels like you can't go wrong with this, because this feels very meant for you. It feels very aligned with who you are at your core, or who you are in your bones feels more right here. Because it's not just like the center of you, this is more of like a... This feels quite tied to your body. By that I mean like there's a structure to this. Again, even though it's like it's maybe ungrounded in the sense of you don't see it in like full form now, or in any form now, there's a feeling of like when it is, it's there to stay, or it's something that has like a very practical and real effect on you, which feels very what? Let's get an animal card for that. This is like you can't miss this feeling, and you're so safe. Someone was just like, I don't care if I'm safe or not, I just want to know ... Yeah, well, some people do care. I love you. What is this? Maybe that was a very significant phrase. Well, some people do care. And I love you. We have the heart here. Take that as it resonates. We have walrus. Yes. Yes, walrus. And chicken. See, I feel like chicken is the current state, which is that it's like, I'm thinking of more bird-like, like free, ungrounded, kind of ditzy. Like, I don't know, chickens just give a vibe of like, they're not really with it. Dreamy energy. Interesting. I've never seen chickens like dreamy energy before. That's what I'm gonna say here. Walrus again just makes me think of like a ferociousness and a... Okay, I'm gonna make a sound to give the energy I'm trying to say. It's a like a drawing. It's so like everything drawing down here, really rooting, really low. So serious. So serious and very powerful. Like, don't mess with this energy. And that's the energy it is reflecting in you too, this part of yourself. I think that's why it feels so empowering, this energy. Eyebrows could be significant. I guess I'll use my body deck for you. I can't get over the seriousness, but it feels so good because it's so reliable. Yeah, it's a feeling of like I can breathe easy, but it's kind of surprising. This is the feeling of like this has your back, or spirit has your back, or you know they have your back, so you can explore this, that kind of energy. We have freckles. Freckles make me think of a sensitivity, but again, more protection, because freckles come up to like create, I'm gonna say create more distance. I don't know if this is true. Or I wouldn't usually see it as distance, but I'm saying that here. Freckles create distance in order to like safe keep the sensitive DNA. We have mustache. Mustache. Something about creativity I feel like is very strong here. But that word creativity, I think that could even be an approach. Take that as you will, because that will apply very directly for some. But if that doesn't apply very directly, then it's a feeling of like finding the creative way around this, or to this, or finding like the creative answer that that involves love, but love, serendipity, and also respect. And then we have outline. Back of the deck is beard. Mustache and beard. Okay. Mustache makes me think of old age. Why am I laughing at that though? I know I'm laughing at the energy of mustache just being old age. I keep thinking back to mustache in Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs and the like inventor creativity of whoever that guy is, whatever his name is. Oh yeah, there's also a feeling of like the father not believing in that. So there could be a sense of like it being, again, with this being one of the top cards that I was saying was like less grounded in the pile selection, and yet this energy is so grounded. There's that feeling of like trusting in that which others do not understand or do not see, because you see it. This is a feeling maybe of, like, if not directly but metaphorically, you wouldn't ask like a random I don't know what label to use. You wouldn't ask like a random human to confirm like your own genius inventions, because they don't have the same brain to comprehend that genius invention. This is just such a confirming what your bones tell you, but we didn't get bones, and that is a part of this. Yeah, okay, but of these body cards, but the reason is because you don't need to see the bones card, because I've said it already. There's something like of an established knowing that you have surrounding this. And it's okay to fall into that safety feeling. Teeth is making me think of the walrus, but I don't know what. Like the tusks. I feel like if tusks were a card, that's what this would be. But I don't have a tusk card, so it didn't come out. I feel like that's relevant to your situation. It's like if there were a tusk card right now, it would come out, but there isn't. And I'm wanting to say that you might have to get creative with how that applies for you. And then outline. Yeah, outline makes me think of like you've got the outline, but it's not been filled in yet. So trust that outline. Yeah, this is a reading saying the outline is secure. Yeah, full stop. Okay, I'm gonna leave your reading there, pile number 3. See you in another. Or through spirit. I didn't say that for the others, like through spirit, so that could be a significant part for your reading in spirit. Welcome in, Pal 4. I just started hearing the last of the real ones. Maybe, who's that by? Party something? No. Panic at the Disco. Maybe that. See, party, disco, same thing. What is this? Who is this? This is a butterfly fish feeding among coral. So corals could be significant? Or butterflies? Or fish, or feeding, or among. I'm thinking of that game, Among Us. Childlike nature, but maybe a darkness to that, which fits because this yellow color, now we have orange guy. There's like a childness energy coming through with this message, but also like a darkness with that, or a depth to that. It's like more to that. That's what I think I want to say. There's more. There's more to this than what meets the eye, than simple pleasure. Yeah, moving stag. This is a card I associate with like comfort surrounding death. Being guided through transitioning periods. We've got void. Yeah, I'm going to do this a bit backwards for you. So it could be something about something feeling backwards. Fox friend. I'm hearing slowing down could be important here. And wondering. Put it on top. Okay, weird though. It all comes full circle, but it might just take some heavy processing before. Some of you, that's all you wanted to hear. There's like a really energy here. Really? And tears. Okay, this is a difficult situation. There is pain present here. I want to say this is a lot. Some of you might feel like you're really like out of grip or out of grasp of something, like you have lost your footing. I'm kind of seeing this fish like it's a fish, it has no legs. Why are there no legs? And turtle. Yeah, you're finding your way. And I think that slowing down message is very important for you. And back of the deck is Scorpion. I think you're processing a lot. You may be in a period of time that there's not really much going on, or you feel like things just keep weighing on you and not really improving, but you're being really called to like sink into your lightness, sink into your ability to play through this, because I think that you're going through so much that you can't really see or fully comprehend, that you are kind of just trusting is okay, trusting that is going on. Like there's so much processing, so much heavy lifting I think you're doing spiritually or emotionally. I think you might feel quite lost, but it's okay to feel lost, and there's like an invitation into your own childlike nature of play, or doing things that feel soothing or feel comforting. like finding joy in what you do have available to you, whether that be in the physical or in your own mind. I'm wanting to say, like, let time show you the way, or let yourself breathe. There's no rush here. And I think you'll get so many more like sparks of interest, sparks of intelligence, or revelation, or waypoints when you allow the process to be more of like an undercurrent as opposed to hyper focus, and when you do what does bring you happiness or simple pleasure. Some of you feel like you might be escaping, but I think it's more that you're like allowing your own body to take the front seat, take the driving seat. This is a strong message of it's okay to not know where you're going. It's okay for things to feel void, to feel lacking. You might feel a bit like a lost soul right now. But you're definitely not being asked to try and ground anything. It's a feeling of like not feeling grounded, not feeling fully present with yourself, but that being okay. It's okay to flow with the waves. It won't be dark forever, but while it is dark, you don't need to try and pretend it's any other way than what it is, or you don't need to try and like swim out of the darkness, because this darkness is here as a part of the journey. It's not for no reason, but you don't need to know the reason. It's okay to fall back and trust your guides, your friends, your universe. It's okay to fall back and flow with the tides at this time. And maybe you've been doing that. Maybe that's frustrating to hear. But I think that it still fits. I think you still feel that intuitively. This just could be something that's lasted longer or going to last longer than you and your mind, you and your ego would like. But maybe that's only from a state of feeling like it's not okay if it lasts a long time. You're not going to miss out on what is meant for you or what you've intended for this lifetime, intended for your soul to experience. So just allow yourself to enjoy where you're at and enjoy leisurely finding your way and unfinding your way and then finding your way again. Yeah, the message here is off course, even when you don't see the path. Doesn't actually mean that you are off course. It just means that perception of off course might be what's needed right now, or just might be a part of the process. You don't need to view it as needed or not needed. Yeah, you'll find your way. It doesn't need to come instantly. That's the message. Okay, I love you very much, Powerful. I'm sending you lots of hugs. And play. It's like you might as well. You might as well. You might as well enjoy this part of the journey too. Okay. Pile 5. Beluga. Welcome in, Pile 5. Is something like being brought to you in a weird way? I feel like I'm really confused. Who is this? Why is this? What is this? Why? Maybe certain patterns you're seeing that just don't fit, or they're just a bit weird. I can't tell what approach to take to this. That could be how you're feeling. What approach indeed. I feel like you're finding your groove in some way. Some of you may be in new friendships and they're weird. What is the weirdness part of this? Beluga. There's something very, like, very healing, but I wanted to put an adjective there. And weirdly healing doesn't fit. It's like, it's not a super apparent kind of healing. It's just kind of on the side, question mark? There's like an unknown feeling to this that feels quite pleasant. We have praying mantis. Yes, that is the energy I'm getting of like tilting the head. And like, okay, there's something about this situation. Back of the deck is penguin. Yeah, that feels like soul tribe energy. I think this has to do with family or friends or others that you're meeting or a part of. They're just like, they don't fit like you would expect them to fit, or you don't fully get it or get them. It's kind of quirky, but there's like insight to be had here, or like there's like a real need to look deeper in order to really get something here. I don't want these cards, so I don't think I'll take them. So that could be significant. Not taking just anything, but being deliberate with what you're wanting. But this is Tangled, Rapunzel. This is Hime-sama, and this is from, Tsuyo from Sleepy Princess, and this is Draluk. Gung 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 gung. There's like an odd matching thing here. Deck. If you wanted like a yes or no reading to this, it feels like it would be like yes and no. Both. Okay, we have Fenrir again. But not again for you, which is more of that like wonky perspective here. We have Thor and Artemis. Thor can be hidden. Only part of him. Back of the deck is Athena. Can't not show that. I'm going to use the yes or no deck for you. So if you want to ask a yes or no question, feel free to do so. But it might not be directly to your question, and I might just interpret it in other ways. It's yes with loads of smiley faces. Yeah. It definitely involves lots of others, or just another. In a way that you're not used to. And no, yeah. And the yes is loads of smiley faces, and the no is one smiley face and one unknown. Like, it's just gone. And then the back of the deck is a massive, like, lightning no, like Thor. Okay, some of you need to make adjustments in order for this thing to work, or in order for something that this is on about to, and I'm repositioning in your energy. There's like, there's a need to move some things around, let go of certain things or add certain things in order for a like central part of this to fit into place. That's a simple answer. If that's all you wanted to hear, then farewell, my friend. But I'll keep going. That could be important too. Blah-de-blah-de-blah, but I'll keep going. Blah-de-blah-de-blah. Some things just don't matter here. That's an energy. But maybe they mattered in the past. there's a sense of things like grounding, but in a way that like you're realizing that only half of the things are grounding, half of the things are really matching, fitting into place. There's definitely a rework going on. For some of you, it's like this thing is what would, something here would make loads of you happy, but not everyone. And others of you, yeah, some people or some parts of this might need to be like reworked, like edited or let go of for something better to be there, or to be created, or to be a part of this, or to be with you. It's like overall very, very positive energy, but it's a feeling of like being shown what like has gone sour or what doesn't work. Yeah, it feels like what's working is highlighting to you what isn't working very strongly, or maybe slightly strongly. No, we've got Thor, so it's very strongly. Yeah, I think that there's like a strong desire for something, or for like something to work, or for like an overall picture. And for that to be, like there are certain sacrifices that are being called to be made. But they're not like it wouldn't be sacrifices that really feel like you're losing anything that you value. It's more of a feeling of being shown the parts that you don't really value, or that that didn't fully apply. It's like, okay, weirdly, I feel like those words shouldn't have applied, but the energy feel like they fit. So that might be like you expected for, it's like you may be expected to feel sad letting certain things go or reshaping certain things, but in actuality it just feels quite fresh, quite true, maybe quite strengthening, like empowering. Artemis just makes me think of selectivity, but also all three of these feel like strong protection. There feels like a sense of like you protecting what's important to you here. The sweet chestnut tree makes me think of the chestnuts that you can eat, but comparing that to horse chestnuts, which you can't eat conkers, it makes me think of, well, at least I can't eat conkers. I don't know if you can. What's that phrasing? It just makes me think of like becoming aware of the conkers that aren't edible through the like highlighting of the sweet chestnuts that feel and taste so good. Take that as it applies. That didn't feel like it added to some people, but for some it did. And that feels here too. It's like it does add for some, it does work for some, but not everyone, or not everything, not every part. I'm wanting to use the yes or no deck again this time, and I'll leave those down. Kind of all of them want to come out. We've got no, neither, no full stop, a small no full stop, interesting. And then the back of the deck is maybe. Okay, I'm gonna leave that there. Bye bye, pile number 5. See you in another. Yeah, I feel like there's like a surprisingly, this is easier than I thought it would be energy to this pile. Or it will be easier than you're expecting it to be. I'm kind of getting that more from you already though. It's not like a seeing the future thing, it's more of like a it already is feeling easier than you might have expected it to be, or than it would have been in the past. There's a strong sense of like you've grown a lot, you feel more confident in yourself and your decisions, or your ability to edit things, or your ability to cut things out, or prioritize certain things, protect that which does matter most to you, or maybe form stronger ideas of what does matter to you. That kind of energy of feeling more in alignment with yourself quite exponentially. Welcome in, pile number 6. What's that about? Oh yeah, and even okay, you may have to twist your head to see this, but your deep sea angler looks like a beluga. There's something about like the fake version with yours, or like trying to mask itself as something else when it's like it surprisingly worked, or it worked better than you thought it would. But there's a strong acknowledgement of what is true. Okay, so this is a deep sea anglerfish with 2 parasitic males attached. Okay. I need to drink water for you. What's that about? Yeah, it feels like refreshing, cleansing, clearing something, getting something that's attached to you or something that isn't fully you back to you. Reset, cleanse. Get back to your own truth. We have Black Jaguar. This could have to do with dreams of yours. Jellyfish. Oh, this could have to do with clones in some way. Back of the deck is Grey Squirrel. I feel like you're making logical, sound decisions somehow. This feels quite like you're being called into using your mind and intellectual abilities. Yeah, why did that sound decision, why does that phrasing want to be highlighted? And I'm moving the camera up, making space for something. There's a gratitude coming through here. Why did it take so much effort to just move that? I feel uncomfortable in this energy. I wonder if that's how you're feeling. You feel uncomfortable, antsy. I feel like you have a lot of energy. I just said, but maybe it's not always directed in the best way. Or maybe it does come a lot out in your nighttime, like in your dreams. Your energy gets driven to certain places. Driving dreams, ugh. I have too many dreams in cars. What is that about? Yeah, there's a feeling here of desiring more of an authority energy. Hakase back of the deck makes me think of the mind and like a teaching energy, or a just intelligence. It makes me think of intelligence. But what is this? This is Oboro from Gintama. He's like an outcast kind of, I want to call him a villain. And I don't like this card right now. Like, I want to just scrap it. I wonder if some of you don't want to be here. Like, you would rather not be yourself. Maybe you have been like critiquing yourself, or wishing that you hadn't done certain things. I don't know. Maybe that's how you're feeling. I feel like you don't know who you are. And there's a feeling of like you having melded to either to be like others or to be what others wanted you to be. The color black feels significant here. And that kind of made you like a shell of yourself, and like eventually you just became so drained that you couldn't really hold up that facade, or you couldn't really hold up like being what other people wanted you to be, or being the you that you thought you wanted to be, or like a certain inauthenticity feeling. And now you're feeling like you wish you were elsewhere, or you wish you were someone else. I don't know if I'm gonna get another card yet, and there's something about how how it's important that this card came out when I said I don't know if I'm gonna get another card. Okay, that just feels to me like the light comes, the revelation comes when you allow yourself to drop to the bottom, when you allow yourself to really see how you do feel about yourself right now. Like when I was asking, and say this as like you, I don't know if I'm gonna get another one. I don't know if I'm gonna carry on, that kind of energy. Or I don't know who I am. I don't know ... Like a sense of, I think you feel defeated, but you don't really allow yourself to feel defeated. And so maybe you feel like you're kind of trapped in some way, or you felt lackluster, but not like fully. I just felt a bit out of sorts. And take that as it resonates. Maybe that didn't fully fit for everyone. But there's a feeling here of the light, the truth, the connection with source or divinity, the connection with yourself, but maybe like I don't quite want to use the word empowered self. Soul, with your own soul, not quite your own soul. I think the connection with joy maybe, or I just want to say the connection with yourself. It's like that will become so highlighted, and with lightness, when you first admit where you're at, how you do feel about yourself. It's a feeling of like Snakes and Ladders when it's a board game, if you're not aware, where it's like you need to fall down one of the snakes in order for you to then climb the next ladder, like way, way, way higher, like all the way to just before the finish line. Yeah, sometimes it's quicker or more in alignment to allow yourself to fall, allow yourself to fail. Admitting defeat in some way in order to process the feelings, which then really shows you why you came here, or what really matters to you, or who you are. Elemental. Yeah, there's a feeling of you wanting to build something, but it's like trying to build with 4 blocks, but those 4 blocks, while they are the right pieces, say yourself, they're unable to create the building you're wanting to build from those 4 pieces. So first there's like a call to allowing those 4 blocks to break, to fall down, to disassemble themselves. And that in turn creates like 40 pieces, and those 40 pieces all come together to form a whole new picture in a way that really aligns with you, that really feels like, oh, that's me, or oh, that's what I want. inside or outside or both. Yeah, this is the feeling of first allowing yourself to see what you're not happy with in order to find that which you are happy with. Or in order to create that which you're really wanting. Okay, that's where I'm going to end your reading. Bye-bye, pal number 6. You're further along than you think. Maybe the gets darkest before dawn analogy would really fit for you. Okay, pal 7, phytoplankton. Welcome in pal number 7, phytoplankton. That's an interesting word. I think I want to make this fly. Whoa, yeah, it dropped so elegantly. I'm wanting to put your card here in an interesting or weird place. I want to use a character card for you. All directions, very much all directions are important here. Like seeing the sun, seeing the center in something that feels like it might not even have a center. The center, centers could be important, or central. It's like the important parts to you are the spikes on the outside, but either the important parts to others or the reason why or how those are even created are through the center. So the important parts or the tools that get created come after the center point is solidified. There could be a feeling of like not wanting to do like certain parts of this, like not wanting to do some of the work because what you're really wanting is just the end result. But I think when you recognize the feeling of like how those end results, what you're really wanting, that comes from the center point, you really feel the truth of why you want what you want, and that feels like you then see that the truth was that you wanted the center, even if you still use the outside parts. It's an acknowledgement that the reason why it feels so good to use is more internal than that, or it's more like central than that, or more because of this. It's like, why is it the way it is? Okay, we have jaw, but it came in reverse. I think there could be a lot of curiosity in this pile. Jaw and scars. Ooh, I like this energy. Okay, then back of the deck is outline. Okay, interesting. I'm hearing keep it out, but I'm putting it back in. I'm not listening. So that could be significant here. Could be a part of the situation. It's like you're feeling called to doing something another way, but you're not listening. I'm going to use a yes or no deck for you. And here, yeah, I feel like you feel very strongly guided. But I don't think you're listening to that guidance, because right now, I feel like, no, don't use it. But I'm gonna. It also could be, like, I don't think it is that. I think maybe you get caught up in your fear? No, I don't know. Yes kind of wants to pop out, but I'm gonna get lots of yeses, really. But also like a scribbling nose. Weird, interesting. Okay. What is this energy? You are someone, I can feel this. You are someone, I'm almost certain. Interesting. Is there some, I do feel this from you. That you are someone who, like, does not appear to be as, like, goofy or as like out of it as you are. I think you have like a competence to you. That's how you present yourself. But in actuality, you're you're more free flow, or you're more here, there, and everywhere. Or like you're less orderly. A simple example would be someone who, like, at work, their desk is like pristine and they just always get the job done really efficiently, but at home it's like their apartment is just such a mess and they I don't know, it's just not clean. I don't know why that's such a simple example, but that feels here like you have a like focus on the outside, but somehow I feel like the outside isn't working for you either. Like I feel like an any more energy. I'm also getting very like tongue twisted in your energy. There's somewhat of like a very like a striking difference between your outside and your inside. I want to scream because I feel this is so interesting. It's like I feel like you display a really calm, cool, and collectedness, or you display the opposite. It's just like whatever you're displaying is like the opposite is how you are really, or inside. This is the back of the deck, which is my like calm, internal, soul-seeking card. Inner Flame, Vesta. But then this card is like my volcano not eruption, it's like before eruption, it's like steamy frustration card. I'm finding it really hard to speak in this. It just makes me want to scream and roll around, like roll around in a field, preferably one with hills. So you can go up, down, up, down. I wanted to say like preferably one that isn't full of like stingy nettles or spikes. Neck and jaw. Neck and jaw are pretty similar, but jaws are better. Okay, we've got transition. Resonance with the same. Oh, you're a bit of a quirky one, aren't you? I feel out of sorts. I feel jumbly. Woohoo! Raccoon! Oh no, it's me. This is my pile. Globe. And we have red kite. The letter R could be very significant. Scars. Pirates. This could be red. It could be. J and R are the same letter too, so you could take that into account. Red kite, raccoon. Oh, I do be loving those. Oh yeah, this is supposed to be a quick message. I feel like I'm not actually giving anything of sustenance, of substance here. I'm just squongling in your energy. Is that a message? Is that a reading? Tick! Let's move everything. Which fits with that transition. Are you moving? Is that why? Is that why your house is a mess? How many people here's houses are a mess? I've been a bit shaky as of late. I need to get in my spinach. Doobity. Grasshopper. Yeah, but I was rolling, I wasn't hopping in that field imaginarily. I kind of just feel like there's nothing to say for you. Is that true or not? just awareness that like the outside and the inside aren't lining up. Dragonfly, grasshopper. I guess this doesn't have to be about you. If you're asking about someone else, then this would be them. Like what they're displaying isn't what their inside is, and that could be nice or unnice. But this feels very nice. So I'm gonna say it's nice. Boop. There's a feeling of like, if you know someone is really serious at their job, for example. This could have to do with work and home life, since I've given those examples either once or multiple times. Yeah, it's like if you know that they're serious at their job, it's like this would be saying that they're playful at home. Or if you know that they're silly on the outside, then this is like they have a very serious or contemplative side to them too. Or like very energetic on the outside, but actually very calm at home or alone or blah de blah de blah. Okay. I feel like you see yourself. Really? Yeah, I think you see yourself. And maybe you see yourself in someone that this is involved with, if this is to do with others. This reading kind of feels like connection. Fenrir for the third time. It's because it got 2 R's. That's why. What does the word R mean? Oh, and back of the deck is rare. More R. Okay. I should probably take note of that. And grasshopper and dragonfly. Jaw doesn't... Oh! Okay, that's kind of hilarious. Jaw... I was going to say jaw doesn't have an R though, but because it was in reverse, the J has created an R. Okay. There's something very synchronistic about this whole experience for you, this whole message, whatever this is on about. Your life. You, this connection. Because there's R's everywhere. The only one there's not an R for is Jibby Jiboo, who transforms, so he could transform into an R, and also J is an R, so... So what is it about R? I'm gonna open my laptop. I know this is quick reading, but this isn't quick reading. I'm gonna look up the symbolism of the letter R. And, you know, I guess you could do that. So I don't know why I'm doing it. But that's the same thing with anything. You could do anything, and I could also do anything. Is that relevant here? Like, where some... Yeah, that's that, like, core center message again. Like, where is it coming from, though? The letter R is the 18th letter of the English and Latin alphabets. Its meaning varies widely depending on the context in which it is used. Ooh. Movies. A film rating denoting that viewing is restricted. Children under 17 require an accompanying parent or adult guardian. Under 17? That's quite old. The letter traces its roots back to the ancient Semitic alphabets, resh, which visually represent a human head. Ooh, that's interesting. The Greeks adapted this into ro, which the Romans eventually refined into the modern or R. Spiritual / astrological. In certain esoteric or esoteric traditions. I was like, that's the same word. Have I read that wrong? Is that relevant here? Like, that's the same. Have I read it wrong? The letter R symbolizes energy, resilience, leadership, and personal responsibility. I'm gonna look up more spirit. I don't know why I typed in just meaning, because almost always when I go to type something in, I'll type spiritual meaning after it, like if I'm looking at bird symbolisms, for example. But I didn't this time. So maybe there's something that you always do, but in this case you didn't. And now you're going to. And that will change the whole result. Ah, water. Oh, water has a letter R in it too. Okay, spiritually the letter R represents resilience, responsibility, and radiant energy. Oh, good, they used the 3 words that began with R. So resilience, responsibility, that energy definitely fits. And look at that radiance of that. It is the symbol of the spiritual seeker, embodying deep intuition, compassion, and the pursuit of ultimate truth. In many esoteric and spiritual traditions, R is associated with standing firm through life's trials. Its shape, an upright pillar supporting a looping mind, represents the ability to remain grounded while staying open to higher wisdom. I feel like I've never thought about like the look or the shape of letters before, and that's completely not true, but right now that's how I'm feeling. So there could be something about you having not really, yeah, because that's the whole thing about like the shape, the center, like having seen just the outside but not recognized where that really comes from. Maybe those wording isn't yeah, but I feel like this is just like seeing one side of the coin and not the other. Full stop. Okay. It is the vibration of the wounded healer. Oh, that made me want to get a card of these. Who uses adversity to grow stronger. So number 9. Okay, the character card that came out was Alpha. Leaving old habits behind and starting fresh. Inner voice, restoration, communication, speaking spiritual truth. Joy, enlightenment. Leadership, compassion, resilient. Okay. Oh wait, actually I'll look up what phytoplankton means too. I guess I could read. No. Oh, grasshoppers, interesting, look. There's something so synchronistic about all of this for you. Damn, all of this for you doesn't have any R's in it. Look, it says grasshoppers and you got grasshopper. Flightless, maybe. Somethingless grasshoppers with a savage bite and an intimidating, aggressive play are increasingly rare. The local fish of which there were once some party species have surrendered many of their streams and lakes to trout. The other newcomers. Come on, big lady. Maintain their position. There's a feeling of resourcefulness here. Move out the way, water. Phytoplankton coming in. Fresh out the kitchen. What does that mean? Okay, phytoplankton symbolize invisible impact, divine nourishment, and the resilience of floating with the current. Nah, I feel like this isn't floating with the current. That doesn't feel right. Despite their micro could be significant, because I literally was just staring at that word and couldn't say any more. And it also makes me think of crocodiles. Let's use this deck. Despite their microscopic size. Whoa, I really couldn't say that word. Microscopic size. These foundation, I feel like I haven't said that word since I was in school like 8 years ago or something. These foundational ocean drifters provide half of Earth's oxygen, representing what? These foundational ocean drifters provide half of Earth's oxygen, representing the spiritual truth that even the smallest, quietest contributions sustain the whole. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, it's looking at like a mighty impact of something very small. I say that as if I said that earlier, but it felt like it really fit with what I was saying earlier, but I can't have the words for it. Interesting that I'm saying, not that I don't have the words, but I can't have the words. Is that part of this? Look, it's more water. Like this guy, but that's all black and this is blue. Blue, like there's a river, the sky river. Spiritually, a grasshopper represents a leap of faith, forward momentum, and good fortune. Yeah, I was thinking of clovers when I see yeah, words. Oh, the words they pain here. I feel like it's what is that? It is a bit like this image of like having thoughts going in multiple directions. And also dragonfly, their perspective is so wide. Did I say for you intellect was important? I feel like your pile has lasted too long that I no longer remember. It could also have just been the earlier pile. I do feel many of you would relate with the earlier pile, or many of the earlier pile would relate with you. Is that significant, just that phrasing? Maybe swapping out pile for something else. A pile of ... I can't do anything more. Is that so? Maybe there's a bit of like a naming or blaming going on here, like it's like a feeling of thinking or wanting something to be out of your hands. Why? Why do you want it to be out of your hands? It's because that like makes you feel like you can hold your head high in some way. We have transition. Don't take it. Yes or no deck. I don't think I'm getting anything, and I think this is the energy I would just kind of float around in. Yes, lots of smiley faces is what you got. Back of the deck, process feelings, then try again, but it's in reverse, which makes me think of like you just be going around in circles if you like stay trying to process, or if you stay like observing. If you want something, go after it. That's this energy. It's not the energy, that's for sure, but it's the guidance for this energy. That's what I'm saying. Should it resonate? But again, like I say often, I'm saying it regardless of if it resonates. But you don't have to take it unless it resonates. And you could also take it if it doesn't resonate, but that's up to you. But I feel like you would be one who might say that it's not up to you, but I would disagree and say it is up to you. I feel like you were made to... You were like pushed into a backseat role as a child and made to feel like your safety is in not having control, and so you feel like it's safer when you give up and let things like stay the same, or let other people take control. But this is the feeling of... Let's get a character card for what kind of character for you to embody. I'm going to clear all of this actually, and then we'll get direction forwards energy. I'm hearing a good song. I feel like I just heard the word crocodile again. It's a song that I love that this is such a readings energy that I can't remember if it actually says crocodiles in it. It can't say crocodiles. I feel like I'd know if it said crocodiles. But I'm literally hearing it saying crocodiles right now. No way does it say crocodiles. Okay, what energy 2 is the like North Node, moving forwards, guidance, teacher, taking the lead, guiding the way, bam, guns, being decisive or shooting your shot. Back of the deck, with peace, Tanaka. That's the feeling of okay, no, I'm being told I was misreading that. So maybe that is this again, like recognizing where you had misread something. I can't get over that. Crocodiles. Let's look up crocodile symbolism. Oh, I love crocodile energy for you. I wonder if some of you crocodiles used to be a favorite animal of yours. Ooh, crocodile in dream spiritual symbolism came up, which you weren't even the one I said dreams, but I kind of wanted to look up that. But I haven't. Why? Why not? I feel like you're not doing something you want to do. The crocodile spiritual meaning centers on adaptability, primal survival, and hidden wisdom. Known for staying perfectly still before striking, it represents strategic patience and trusting your instincts. It also symbolizes the balance between the emotional and physical worlds, as this predator moves seamlessly between water and land. Okay, I like that a lot. Strategic patience. Crocodiles embody the art of waiting for the perfect moment to act. Spiritually, they remind you not to rush decisions, but to observe and let situations unfold. Was I being really pushy? Was that not part of the, yeah, really. Was that the energy you had? I don't feel like it would have been, but maybe it was. I literally feel like I'm all over the place and I'm really able to judge myself harshly in this energy. In many, it feels ungrounded. And I feel like everything I'm saying I'm hating. I'm wanting to punch things. Yeah, that's my chair. Coming into contact with my fist. In many traditions, crocodiles are tied to creation, water and life, and destruction, predation. They symbolize the dual nature of existence and the cycle of rebirth. I wanted to say the hidden cycle of rebirth. Interesting. Oh, but it's beneath probably. It says hidden dangers. Because of their stealth, crocodiles represent hidden threats. Stress? Crocodiles represent hidden threats, deceit, or destructive inner desires. They are warning to guard your energy against toxic people or unhealthy temptations. Ancient Egypt. The crocodile was highly revered and associated with Sobek, the god of fertility, the Nile, and military prowess. In Hinduism, the crocodile, or Makara, is a mythical sea creature that serves as the vehicle for the river goddess Ganga. Is it called Ganga? Is that how you pronounce that? And the sea god Varuna, symbolizing the balance of prosperity and formidable challenges. Bam, bam, bam. I gave a dream. I have a dream. Common dream interpretations. Being chased by a crocodile is often signified as repressed emotion, fear, or a situation in your waking life that you are avoiding. Oh, this could so fit the energy of avoidance. Seeing a crocodile in the dream would be cancer. Cancer energy could be significant. Can serve as a warning to be. Oh, I think cancer, the disease, could associate with this energy, because it, to me, it's a feeling of it's like lacking assertiveness, but it's in like a misconstrued way. It's like extreme fear of how you're perceived, I think. I'm gonna say partly, or that's what I'm saying in this energy, it fits. It can serve as a warning to be cautious of fake friends, gossips, or deceitful individuals in your close circle. Taming a crocodile indicates that you have successfully taken control of your primal instincts, emotions, and personal power. I got ringing in my ear then. Crocodile meaning signifies the ability to resist opposing circumstances, voices, or people in our environments. Yeah, I think that maybe you've been a crocodile in the water, and this is calling for some land crocodiling. And becoming aware of your own tendency to like adhere to others, I think, others' expectations or their ways of thinking. I feel like you could be strongly sensitive to outside influences. I'd be willing to bet you have a lot of water in your chart, or 12th house energy. Okay, that's where I'm going to leave your reading. Long one. I love that idea. I think this is for pile 6 though. Calling you long one. Oh, long one. I'm also just thinking like a long face. What's that phrase with the horse? A horse walks into a bar. Why the long face? Is that the end of the joke? I don't know. Pile number 6. I gotta go there. Okay, no, I have to wait for more pile 5s to leave, because otherwise I won't be able to speak. But we can speak in cool ways. Pile 5. Pile 5 and I. Okay. Pile number 6, welcome in. This is a Kakapoo. Maybe New Zealand and Australia could be significant places. But I was surprised about that being the name. Goodness, speaking. Okay, let's get some cards. for your quick message. We have yew tree, cherry blossoms, elementals, the past. Let's get those in shot. And move it up to make room. Stage fright could be something here. Or stagnancy, stags, desire, virility. Like fertility, but verified. Verification B instead of A or C, but B. Ah, look, back of the deck is serious B. I feel like there's something below the surface to this. And this is the whole reason why I wanted to do this reading, or this card. It just feels so loving and homely and cozy, and I love it. And it's like unexpectedly my favorite card of the wallpapers, my favorite as of the ones I have created so far. So we praying mantis and penguin. Oh, there's something so special here. So loving, heartfelt. Then we have dolphin and wolf. There's something you're made for, or something that is very key to how you feel, to your emotional well-being. Something very in alignment, and you know it is. There's something that feels like you, or feels like home to you. I think you have your eyes set on something, but maybe like a wandering eye, or okay, we have Fenrir. Okay, that's the only one. Back of the deck is Pandora. Yeah, that's that feeling a bit of like a wandering eye, like feeling like you are something that or you want something that you don't feel like you should. I think I'm going to be describing this more to do with you, even though it might have strongly to do with a specific situation. I feel like you've been mistreated or left alone, or you're finding out that you are different than what you thought you were, or finding like more of a gentle part of yourself, which maybe feels like it's been left out more. I'm gonna get runes for you and do a bit of sound healing. I just felt strongly when you know, but then the algae, which is a sense of like spiritual protection, but I'm thinking more of like a grounded spiritual knowing here. And yet it came in reverse, which makes me think that you're lacking a strong sense of trust in that which you're spiritually feeling or knowing. I feel like this has to do with others for most of you. Maybe a particular companion. We have Ewaz and Anzus, but these all feel like they're coming out in reverse, but it's really hard to put them upright. Let's get a character card too. I feel like you're being called to step back a bit to see how far you've come or who you really are. Back of the deck is not back of the deck. The card that came out was Celti. Back of the deck is Kaiman. but I'm not wanting to take them. But both of those speak strongly to finding out the truth of oneself. And I think that you'll find who you really are through who you're attracted to, or who maybe created you, or who you feel drawn towards. Maybe plan B, because we said that B a lot. Or maybe someone that you associate with that letter could be significant. I'm gonna sit in like a cozier position for you, more laid back. I think that maybe you've been like exhausted in some way, like you've been trying for a long time with something and you're feeling like you've had enough, or you're feeling disorderly or just tired. I don't know if it's tiredness. It's a feeling of like, even if your body is full of energy, like a part of your soul just feels tired of fighting, or tired of not having close connections that feel like they're on the same level as you. I feel like wisdom or intellect, or your way of thinking, like your own philosophies or religion or belief systems or spirituality, I feel like it's like 9th house energy of beliefs that you really want to find or be in alignment with those like that you love, or to find those that you love that align with yourself. I think you're being strongly called into that emotion. Some of you may have also lost someone that was very dear to you and felt like family, or who was family. There's a feeling here of they're not gone, and you feeling that, but you not trusting that. I'm wanting to cry in this energy. It feels very difficult. I think this isn't going to be a short reading, just warning. So if you wanted a short reading, then just leave now and pretend that was the end of the reading. It could be. Yeah, I feel like there's something about your own decision with this. A feeling like it can be chosen to be trusted or not. With the past coming out, this could be someone from your past that you're processing. Processing what? Let's get one of these cards. Cherry Blossom's making me think of the fleeting connection, or something that didn't last forever. Back of the deck is Tinkerbell, who is my old dog. Now, the cards that came out were Reality and Spirit of Pear. Put these up here. Ooh, interesting the way I've put those like above one another now. If you're from the earlier pile of the Snakes and Ladders, pile 5, I believe. Or was it pile 6 that I just called pile 5? Wait, what pile is this? This is pile 8. Did I call you pile 6? You're pile 8, right? The final pile. Is there something about that? Because it feels like that sense of not knowing. I feel like you feel very strongly connected with someone from your past, and them not being in your present, or not being in your present in the way that they once were, it is bringing up a lot of emotion. But why did I get taken to my mind then when I said that? Did that not apply for everyone? Because I felt like I was in your emotion then, but then I felt like you moved to your head a bit. I feel back more in the emotion now. I feel like you miss someone. I think it's a simple message of allowing yourself to feel those feelings. To feel maybe like you are like a pack animal, but you're alone. Or to feel the sense of if you are in partnership, and this is on about the partnership, and feeling like the sadness of some sense of like a reality click, a reality check of something not being the way that it once was. There's so much love for you in this reading. I don't want to say in this reading, I just want to say there's so much love coming through for you. There's so much love surrounding you. Inside and outside the reading. That feels like this too, like in the past of this connection there was so much love, but there's also so much love here too. This kind of feels like the kind of situation that you would have a lot of mental thoughts about. We had praying mantis at the start of the reading, which feels like a strong connection to the mind, but also being... I'm also thinking of fear, also having fear of connection. If penguin, dolphin and wolf all feel like very community oriented collectives, but praying mantis feels like it's afraid of that. I feel like that's the emotion to process. Okay, and I'm going to leave you reading that because this is short messages, so I'm not going to sit and process it with you like I often would in readings. But if you do feel like you want to have more of a space to process, there could be more videos, readings that could help you with that. But for now, I shall leave you. Bye bye, love you.